had not fallen into this great iniquity. For my mind, taken in the thought of the woman's nakedness, suffered me not to sleep until I had wrought the abominable thing. For a while Jacob our father had gone to Isaac his father, when we were in Eder near to Ephrath in Bethlehem. Bilhah became drunk and was asleep uncovered in her chamber. Having therefore gone in and beheld her nakedness, I wrought the impiety without her perceiving it, and leaving her sleeping, I departed. And forthwith an angel of Elohim revealed to my father concerning my impiety, and he came and mourned over me, and touched her no more. Pay no heed, therefore, my children, to the beauty of women, nor set your minds on their affairs, but walk in singleness of heart, in the fear of Yahweh, and expend labor on good works, and on study, and on your flocks, until Yahweh gives you a woman whom he will, that ye suffer not as I did. For until my father's death I had not boldness to look on his face, nor to speak to any of my brethren because of the reproach. Even until now my conscience causes me to anguish on account of my impiety. And yet my father comforted me much, and prayed for me unto Yahweh, that the anger of Yahweh might pass from before me, even as Yahweh showed. And thenceforth until now I have been on my guard, and sinned not. Therefore, my children, I say unto you, above all things, whatsoever I command you, you shall not sin. For a pit unto the soul is the sin of fornication, separating it from Elohim, and bringing it near to idols. Because it deceives the mind and understanding, it leads young men into Sheol before their time. For many as fornication destroyed, because through a man be old or noble, rich or poor, he brings reproach amongst himself with the sons of men, and derision with Baal. For ye heard regarding Joseph, how he guarded himself from a woman, purged his thoughts from all fornication, and found favor in the sight of Elohim and men. For the Mitzrayith, Egyptian woman, did many things unto him, and summoned magicians, and offered him love potions, but the purpose of his soul admitted to no evil desire. Therefore the Elohim of your fathers delivered him from every evil and hidden death. For if fornication overcomes not your mind, neither can Baal overcome you. For evil are women, my children, and since they have no power or strength over man, they use wiles by outward attractions, that they may draw him to themselves. And whom they cannot bewitch by outward attractions, him they overcome by craft. Moreover, concerning them, the angel of Yahweh told me and taught me that women are overcome by the ruach of fornication more than men, and in their heart they plot against men. And by means of their adornment they deceive first their minds, and by the glance of the eye instill the poison, and then through the accomplished act they take them captive. For a woman cannot force a man openly, but by a harlot's bearing she beguiles him. Flee, therefore, fornication, my children, and command your women and your daughters that they adorn not their heads and faces to deceive the mind, because every woman who uses these wiles has been reserved for eternal punishment. For thus they allured the watchers who were before the flood. For as these continually beheld them, they lusted after them. They conceived the act in their mind, for they changed themselves into the shape of men, appeared unto them when they were with their men. And the woman, lusting in her mind after their forms, gave birth to Nephilim. For the watchers appeared to them as reaching even unto heaven. Beware therefore of fornication, and if you wish to be pure in mind, guard your senses from every woman. Command the woman likewise not to associate with the men, that they also may be pure in mind. For constant meetings, even though the wicked deed be not wrought, are to them an irremediable disease. and to us the destruction of Baal and an eternal reproach. For in fornication there is neither understanding nor righteousness, and all jealousy dwells in the lust thereof. Therefore, then I say unto you, you will be jealous against the sons of Levi, and will seek to be exalted over them. And you shall not be able, for Elohim will avenge them, and they shall die by an evil death. For to Levi Elohim gave the sovereignty, and to Yehuda with him, and to me also, and to Dan and Joseph, that we should be for rulers. Therefore I command you, hearken to Levi, because he shall know the Torah of Yahweh, and shall give ordinances for judgment, and shall sacrifice for all Yasharel until the consummation of times, as the anointed high priest of whom Yahweh spoke. I adjure you by the Elohim of heaven to do truth each one unto his neighbor, and to entertain love each one for his brother, and draw near to Levi in humbleness of heart, that he may receive a blessing from his mouth. For he shall bless Yasharel and Yehudah, because him has Yahweh chosen to be king over all the nation, and bow down before his seed. For on our behalf it will die in wars, visible and invisible, and will be among you an eternal king. And Rueben died, giving these commands to his son, and they placed him in a coffin until they carried him up from Egypt, buried him in Chevron in the cave where his father was. Hallelujah.